Good morning, everyone. It's Jacqueline. So, I'm actually about to go to the doctor's office. I have to get my hormone levels checked again sooner than usual, but I have to do this because the last time we actually run my hormone levels with my doctor, the last two times, I had zero testosterone, which is not good. And so when she actually called me the last time, I completely stopped taking testosterone blockers altogether. Like, I haven't taken them in 6 months. And I just started noticing recently in the last like month that I'm assuming my testosterone is raising. So that's why I'm going in. I'm trying to see if we could just stabilize right where I'm at. So it's kind of interesting because I don't want no testosterone, and because it's really bad to have no testosterone in your system. Anyway, so my little topic for today was one. I was actually talking with one of my clients while I was doing her hair yesterday, and it was a concept that I found interesting, and it just randomly we were talking, and it suddenly hit me, and I was like, "This is really interesting." So, when it comes to other people's response to trans people, because what importance do we have in their life? Because it seems that there's a lot of people that are inconvenienced by the existence of trans people. So, and I'm not one of these people. There's a lot of trans people out there that like to blame everything outside of them for their problems. So, like, this person was mean to me, and this person said something that was not in my pronouns, and this person did this, and society has been oppressing me. So, I'm not necessarily one of those people because I believe you should transcend those things and be above it and force your way through life. I believe in strength, and I believe it's important to stand as a pillar of strength for people to see. So that's kind of why I have a lot of views and opinions of myself. It's being a strong woman that's working in the working world, proud to be trans, and I think that's kind of where I stand. However, this concept was interesting because why is it that there are people who will go out of their way to comment, say, on my videos, or specifically say something to a trans person or heckle them in public? They go out of their way, but what is the intent behind that? And so is it because they secretly like trans women, or is it because one of their family members is transgender and they just can't handle it? Is it a Christian thing? Is it because they themselves are trans and they hate themselves, which is usually the case in my opinion? It's the same reason why there's always conservative people sucking dick in the bathroom. Anyway, and then they blame it on Satan. So, easy way out, when it comes to this theory of mine, it's more of like a subconscious evolutionary trait. Because let's face it, over hundreds of thousands of years of trans people existing, which we've always existed, but now we're medically changing and things are starting to change. It takes a special person to come out as trans, to live in this world, to work in this world, to tell their family and give everybody the middle finger. And it takes a very strong individual, regardless if they're transgender or not. But it's so when it comes to, say, like a guy or someone attacking a trans woman out of the blue, the reasoning, I think, is a subconscious one that they have because they themselves have not taken the time to they don't know who they are. They haven't taken the time to discover themselves. They haven't sat down and analyzed themselves in a way, dissected into little compartments and really looked at themselves. The majority of humans haven't done that. So it's the reason why we have, like, you know, stupid shit like Marvel movies are like supposedly art and stuff like that, when meanwhile it's really all just kind of dumb shit. And it's because people don't like to do self-discovery. They like to be told who they are. I'm using Marvel and superhero stuff as an example because it's everybody likes to think it's more intricate and deep than it is, but it's really not. It's mindless entertainment, which is fine, especially in a world that's so fucked up as it is. But it's in our lives, like, music has become dumb, where you don't have to think. It's not. It doesn't expand your mind. It dumbs your mind down. And so, for trans people in general, I would say it doesn't include all of them, because there are a lot of trans people out there who conform, and they become almost exactly what other people want them to be. Or they believe they'll never be a woman, and so they have to conform to society standards of, you will never be something. But for the majority of trans women, especially myself, I spend an incredible amount of time alone. I spend a lot of time self reflecting, and I've analyzed myself to such a degree, mentally and physically, to such a degree that when you come across someone in this world, they don't do that. I mean, I think the reason why, like, I think I was speaking last week about being on these dating apps, and I'm dating younger people now. I feel like I just have a thing for younger people. But I think the reason why is because people in my age group have done the stepping process. They don't know who they are, and they're not going to take the time to be alone, and self analyze, and maybe not sleep with people for a few years, and just really get to know themselves and what makes them tick, their mental health problems, their chemical imbalances. And so they haven't taken the time. So they feel like they have to fit into what society has created for them. And that is like marriage, children, and then more children when things aren't going well, and then divorce, and then alcohol. And it's like we've created this idea of permanence in a world where nothing is permanent. And it's because people don't take the time to dissect themselves. And I do believe that majority of trans people, if you come out as trans and you accept who you are, I think that you have to do that self-analysis. You have to rebel against society and its ways. You have to rebel against things. The thing now is, what I find kind of funny is, in being a trans person, now being a say for me, like being a binary trans woman, I'm now the black sheep, which is freaking hilarious. And say like I've always been more monogamous instead of polyamorous, and now I'm the rebellious one because everybody's polyamorous, everybody's non-binary, everybody's like, because it is, and when that all becomes the norm, people will start to rebel because they want to be different, they want to be unique, they want to be special, they want to stand out from the crowd. And so they conform to something that they feel is different and unique and trendy and all of that. So I believe the reason people respond harshly towards trans people is because they have not done that self analysis. And trans people expose their weakness and lack of self reflection. That's just a theory of mine now. And I think that that is something that I found incredibly interesting. So they sense that they are technically the weaker of the species, and subconsciously they don't like it. So they have to vilify or attack or bring you down as a way to make them feel like, and then they're like, oh well, everybody, the rest of society feels this way, and Christians feel this way, and God, and whatever the fuck they're talking about. They feel like they have conformed to a group. And I think trans people have to be very careful because a lot of transgender people or people in the trans community have conformed, and they always do. They conform to a mass concept or a mass idea, and then they're no longer pushing forward. They're no longer. That's why you have like trends that always come back and go away, and fashion and expression and things that come into style that were completely out of style for years, and now they come back and everybody's like, oh, it's so in right now. And as a hairstylist, I can see it with people and social expression. Now there's so many girls who grow their leg hair out and stuff. And so anyway, I actually have a client of mine, and I'm not sure what she identifies as. I think she's just a cis woman, but she's very young. She's 20, 19 or 20. Incredibly adorable. I mean, I would, if this girl was not 19, I would go after her in a freaking heartbeat. But she's the cutest button. But she's got hairy legs, and I was looking at her, and I was analyzing her, and it just fascinated me, the difference in generation. And I find it very interesting to indulge with younger people because it's like, it keeps you young, it keeps you on your toes. And when I was looking at her, I was like, she is beautiful, and it's all the things that make her up. She's got very short hair, she's got hairy legs, she doesn't wear makeup. It's all the things that my generation. It's the opposite, and I find it incredibly attractive. But it's the same energy. It's the same energy that filled my generation when they were in self-expression, and she's has that same energy, but it's on in a different way. It's just fascinating at how the waves of expression go back and forth, and trans people are definitely in that wave of expression. Um, Anyway, so personal life. I never ended up going on that date last week. I actually am going tomorrow with him because the young guy. I accidentally poisoned myself with magnesium. It's insane. I took my vitamins and I'm high all day long, and especially on my days off, I'm really high. And so I accidentally doubled my vitamins. And being as healthy as I am and as incredibly clean diet as I am, I took double the max dose of my magnesium by accident. I just didn't realize I had taken it. And I had extreme vertigo and vomiting, and it was like the most awful thing. And I had to cancel the date an hour before, and I felt so shady. And I kept apologizing to this guy, and he seems okay about it. But we're going out tomorrow, and we will see. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. So I never actually had the freaking date, but he's so cute. I'm totally crushing on this guy. But then again, like, I don't think I'm going to take anything serious with anyone. So I'm just going to hang out. And if I find myself wanting to be around them, or if they want to be around me, then so be it. But for right now, it seems like I'm just going to have fun with this thing, and with everyone, and see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. That is my little concept and idea for the week, and I just had to get it out. I almost had to write it down because it hit me, and then I was like, oh shit, you're going to forget, you know? So y'all have a great day. Thanks for listening. Bye.